Hey, chat. Happy Wednesday. It's hump day. Middle of the week. Start of the middle of the week for me because it's morning. End of the middle of the week for some of you because it's evening. If you want to get precise about it. Right? Like, if you want to imagine like noon, Wednesday is the middle of the week. I don't know where I'm going with that. I'm sorry. It's early for me. Maybe not enough coffee yet. We'll have to get some soon. But, happy Wednesday. We're here today for some Elden Ring gaming. Because I do love the hell out of this game. And to be fair, I have enough Hollow Knight footage for the week for the shorts. So we can get good at the next title. Well, we're going to probably have to spin our wheels at least a little bit while we wait for Silk Song. It's looking like. Not that we're done with Hollow Knight. I know there's some of you guys that are paired or like fearful that the Hollow Knight content's going to stop all of a sudden. I'll probably keep that coming through all the way till Silk Song comes out. So no stresses there. But today is Elden Ring Day. That's what that was about. And it's a beautiful game. Love this game. It's an amazing title. If you have not yet seen it. It's such a great feeling of exploration. Trying to figure, like, there are a few titles that hit the same sort of feel, you know, like Skyrim, Fallout, the big world titles. Sorry, I totally blanked at what button I was trying to press, and I'm just staring at the. That's the one. Managing the stream is hard. Well, it's getting easier, actually. Excuse me? Oh. I'd forgotten to plug the controller port back in after I had to get an external storage, chat, because I'm too attached to the Hollow Knight footage to delete it. And video footage takes up a lot of space. Especially if you're trying to maintain it in reasonable quality. So yeah, I need to get an external to start moving stuff onto, and then I had to do a batch shift. I said batch shift. Why would bat be the word that was hung up on there? Because shift is the one that's more problematic, right? I'm in a mood today, chat. Don't mind me. Both the girls are here. Well, were. Tilly's gone now. Sophia's sleeping over here next to me. You won't be able to see her, though. Which, this is good. This is why this little cat bed box is here. Is so that she is satisfied some of the time off of my lap. She is very attached to being close to her father. But it is hot right now. Alright, let's get into it. Enough yammering. Flapping the gums. Chin waggle. Whatever your metaphor of choices. Are those metaphors? I don't think so. Gonna be honest, I kind of drew a blank on what they actually are. I mean, they're a common phrase, but there's a word for that means a common phrase. I was reaching for it, and my brain didn't find it, so I just went with something else. Shouldn't do that. It's embarrassing. If you don't know something, chat, just say you don't know it. Like, seriously, that is actually like my like real life talk moment for the day. If you don't know something, just say you don't know it. It like everything goes better because then the person you're talking to usually will clarify. You know, as opposed to just pretending you got it and then going and doing what you think they want you to do, and then now they're frustrated. It's really important in the workplace. Very important in the workplace. Make sure you just ask clarifying questions. God. Can you tell I was a software engineering manager? Let's get into gaming. Does the controller work now? Why not? Hello? There you go. Technical challenges. Where are we at? 85 hours. Air quotes. There's an asterisk on our all of our times, technically, Jack, because we leave the game running while we take breaks and whatnot and ramble off the chat. But it's pretty close. It's actually probably closer than my average, like, personal gaming title. Because, like, I will leave those just paused for hours on end. If I'm honest, I'm bad about that. Like, get distracted, something happens, you just leave it in the pause state to come back to it later, you know? Let me tell you, PS5's Rust mode, oh, I love that so much. Like, that has been a saving grace for my, like, gaming lifestyle and my personal time. Especially because, like, a lot of times it'll end up saving your bacon when you forgot entirely, and then there was a power outage, and it's like, well, actually, rest mode won't help you there, will it? Oh, well. Trying to remember where we left off. We were exploring Liurnia. Liurnia. I wish somebody would tell me how to pronounce that. I should look it up. Which is such a beautiful space, by the way. I love this zone. So dope. And we had just found this fellow. Because we were on our way to explore this castle ruin structure. Getting close to the end of stream. And this guy gave me... You're a merchant, right? Or a smith?
Well, it's kind of you to speak to me again. Then I presume these old bones served their purpose? More or less.
Smithing Master E.G. I think there are references to him in the Round Table Hold or somewhere else. I think like this is like the one person in the actual overworld that can strengthen your arm. I don't know if he has any value over, like, if there's like an edge or distinction between him and the gentleman that's in the Round Table Hold. Either way, if I'm going to stick with the Uchi Katana for a while longer, I should upgrade it again. And this is where I paused. Because, can I, like... Yeah, it's fine. That's the Wakasashi. Don't really have, I think, a competitor that I'm considering at the moment. That's the base version of the Uchigatama. Well, it's nice that we can see actually what it started out as. All of our upgrades got us a hefty bit of damage, actually. I'd love to try out the Meteoric Orc Blade, but I have to get more intelligence into the build before I can even try that. And I don't even know. That was my homework, chat. That was my homework, was to figure out what stat I actually wanted. I didn't do it. How would we go about assessing? Because the problem is, like, all of these are the unupgraded stat, right? And we wouldn't use it in this status. We would pour some smithing stones into it to raise its damage potential. But it's not like I have infinite stones here, right? We can kind of make a rough assessment based on what base damage was from the Uchigatana, maybe. 53? 153? I shouldn't do math on stream chat. Pretty sure it's 153. Still don't have enough strength to use this. We could use this, though, if we want to ever try. I'm down to try some other weapons at some point. How many... stones do we have? Shit. What are they? Oh, it's crafting. I do that wrong every time. It's not tool, right? Oh, let's keep it. How much runes are we up to now? Could probably get a level or two, right? I do love this mechanic, though. Like, the ability to kind of have safe runes, as it were. You know? In your inventory that can't be lost on death. It's pretty elegant design, I think, actually. Oh, this is not the right... Oh, bolstering materials. Nice. Interestingly that we have more twos than ones. So I would need plus 21. So there's 3 levels per gap, right? 15, 18, 21, 24. So I need a third one of these before I can even use the smithing stone. I definitely have plenty of 3s. We should definitely be upgrading Uchigadana right now, at least. And since we have this many, I can just safely do that and like come back to the weapons a little later. I need to figure out. I might cave and just look it up online. A couple questions that I have answers to. I'm not going to voice them right now because somebody might choose to answer them then. Sorry, talk to you. Talk to you.
Something else for you?
Yes. All right. You want 6 of my 14. I agree. Yeah, I hadn't even thought about. I was treating them as a 1-to-1. You don't use one smithing stone. You use multiples. You need to find a lot more. I haven't found it yet. There's probably an upgrade mechanic somewhere in the game, right? Like turn your 1s into your 2s. Definitely want to keep collecting them for that purpose if that's the case. Might not be, though. All right, 2 smithing stones, 4. I have 12 of them. I think this is fine. Do I want to use 4 of them, though? I think I do, actually. What are... This has never... Oh, guard boost. Or that's right. Guard boost is useful. You can't see it. It's under my head. This says booster increases guard boost, though. I kind of might be on the lookout for a new shield, though. I think Wakizashi's sticking around. Oh, I need to find more smithing stone 1s again. So I'm going to use the rest. Great, thank you. Good enough for now. Real quick, I don't think I've actually checked. Can I, like, do any crafting relating to the smithing stones? No. One could hope. Sorry, I want to check real quick. What are ruin fragments good for other than that one recipe right there? The glowstone. Because like I find them everywhere and like they don't seem to have a purpose. Unless you really love glowstone. What a useless material. Oh, if you wanted to use it... I'm sorry, I've been thinking of glowstone in terms of... Oh, let's just make 10 of them, why not? We're learning, chat. Doesn't look like it, but we are. Where to go? How much light does this give off? Where's a dark place? Is there a dark place? Not really. It's fine. That actually might... So I was originally thinking like somebody might want to use this as like an alternate to like a lantern or a torch. But it actually still might be valuable as an augment, to be honest. I don't know why. In my head, I had written off the glowstone as like the same as the map markers. Which I still... Let's look at that actually while we're here. What is the function of you? Because I can place map markers without you. So what is your purpose? Shines with colored light when placed. Purple. They didn't even do anything to the map. So this is probably for like not PvP, but multiplayer functionality then. Hey, Kira. Happy Wednesday. Good to see you. Oh. Oh! Who did that? Huh. I don't see anybody yet. I'm sure it's going to happen again when I walk up that hill, though. Yeah, I'm going to rate these off for the time being as being for, like, multiplayer functionality, like communication without microphones or something. I don't know what their purpose would be otherwise. I didn't get to pick the color. It's just random. The glowstones, though, actually may have a function that I had written off. Like, what does this do? I mean, I know what it said it did. Probably needed to have a status effect. Okay. We're learning things. It's a learning day. Also, apparently I'm in a mood, so that might be a good thing or a bad thing. Not a bad mood, like a weird mood, you know? Silly mood, I guess. Okay, well, we upgraded our swords. I did want to look briefly. What shields do we have as alternates currently? Oh, that's annoying. I was like, why is all the text blue? This doesn't make sense. Somehow I unequipped it. Okay. So Worse negation, but lighter. Likewise. Wait, that one's... You're interesting. I mean, it has better generic magic negation. It's worse for fire, lightning, and holy. Well, it's neutral and holy. Guard boosts, not so good. Wait, we actually equip it? When did I get 15 intelligence? Oh, we can only use this, I think, because we currently have Godric's Blessing. Or, the rune. Are lights behind me different? Oh, you mean like, are they doing a different pattern? Yeah. I change it every stream, actually. How rude. Have you not noticed by now? I mean, I guess it's pretty easy to, like, unless it's a different pattern, right? Like, when they're just shifting colors, you just presume you're in a different place in the cycle. So it makes sense. No, actually, the lights, I'm really impressed with the lights on the whole, and they have a lot of flexibility to the way you can, like, program them. And so I have several different routines I kind of alternate between. And it's one of the more, like, motiony. Motionful. Although, let me know if it ends up being too distracting. That is a concern I had with some of these more dramatic shift patterns. You're heavy. You're so heavy. Oh, 32 strength to carry the damn thing. Wooden great shield. Yeah, that seems like a great idea. Okay, well, we're sticking with brass for the time being then. Although I kind of miss having parry. The lighter weight on this is nice. If all we're doing is physical, I mean, I don't necessarily hate Ren with the inverted hawk heater shield part of the time. Is the kite just worse than the... I guess it has better guard boost. Yes, actually, I can't... It's funny though, like, I can't see it currently. Because, oh, that's... Yeah. So I I'd almost forgotten. Yes, my case does have some lights in it. Right now I have... It's missing the side panel because that shattered in the most obnoxious of ways. I had a witness, so it was great. Like, I was just gently setting the thing down, and I guess it was the perfect angle. I don't know. Like, it literally just disintegrated in my hands because it was one of the glass ones, the tempered glass ones. And so right now I forgot to replace it. So it's just, like, covered by, like, a empty picture frame so that the cats don't go poking into it. But yeah, it does have some lights. I guess I do enjoy shiny things. It was very surprising. It was... What was really bad about it was the end of a frustrating experience, right? Like, we were trying to just reassemble things after... My graphics card had become unseated. I don't remember why, but that was the end conclusion, was somehow I managed to get unseated. But the effect was that we thought it was a lot of diagnostics, and it was kind of that Murphy's Law syndrome, right? Where, of course, today of all days is when it's going to happen. Who's doing this? Are they kind of attached to that path? No, they want me. Okay. They don't seem to be very accurate, though. It must be up there. I have plenty of that. I guess I don't need to take a leisurely stroll pace. That's not the best. Want to see what was up here. Interesting things are over there. Well, I mean, I'm looking. It's on so for the times when I am looking. The bright side is with the LEDs, actually, they're fairly energy efficient. So there's actually not a lot of waste that goes. That's a big rat that somehow has not noticed me. Really? Alright. Oh, wrecked. Who'd I lock onto? I forgot to remind myself what the buttons are. This one's heal, right? Yeah. Didn't do a... There isn't a convenient warm-up the way there is in Hollow Knight currently with the Eternal Ordeal. It was a faster attack than I was expecting. Although thankfully, after we're approaching 90 hours, so it's starting to become muscle memory. But you might not be the target audience. And that is A-okay. I don't know why, but the analogy I just can't... I thought of the American Girl dolls. My sister was the target audience for it. I couldn't... Why do you keep collecting these things? My sister liked the American Girl doll series when we were growing up. But she was very like Barbie girl type of girl, and not excessively so. And she's very smart, to be clear. Like, I'm not saying any other thing than she liked dolls a lot and makeup and. Oh shit! Forgot. It's probably gonna go just fine over this. Can this save me fine? Sweet. So that's be somebody in that castle then, right? Is there anything else interesting worth exploring before we charge it? No. Looks like we're storming the gates. Might as well put the regen on. Oh, missed the crystal bud. Damn it. Got it. I've gotten a lot more of those recently, so I don't know that they're as rare as I was led to believe. Serpentine. There's another one. Missed it. Come back for it. Serpentine. Who's doing this shit? Where are you? Are you in here? What? I'm literally at your gate and you're going to let off the pressure? What are you doing? Oh, he's back now. So it looks like it. I don't know why I feel like it's coming from that turret above me. And the reason he's not casting is he doesn't have line of sight. All right. I guess there's no reason not to sit at the Grace. Just to check. No, I just spent runes. What few I had, I spent on upgrades. Oh, we have those items. We should cash in. Caria. Caria? Or with Caria. Caria Manor. This is someplace important. I don't want soap there. I think I want wolves, actually. Do I want wolves? I've been disappointed the last couple times I've summoned my mimic. Don't have the FP for these guys still. Wait, Is all my FP gone right now? Confused by the red text. Hey, the 5th. Welcome, welcome. Happy Wednesday. All right. Well, might as well. This place looks kind of cool, kind of creepy. Foreboding for sure. Something's moving over there. And over here. Oh, they're crawling. That was something very large, but maybe there's a lot of small. Oh, it's the hands again. Why? I guess this is their... Liurnia is their... Oh! Big hands. Fuck me. Back off. Well, I'm glad the wolves are helping. Okay, we've only dealt with these guys on a smaller scale before now. This one hurts, actually. I was afraid of that. I don't know. Their health pool isn't overly large, so that's nice. Or at least it doesn't feel it after our upgrades. Somber smithing stone, okay. That reminds me, we need to go upgrade our rolls. Oh, you lost track of the days? Is that a good way or a bad thing? Hopefully not in a terrible way. Hopefully hopefully you're like me and like just like that's the thing that happens to you occasionally and not that you've been lost in a nightmare. Where are they coming from? This arch, I guess? I can't see him up there. It literally won't let me pan the camera high enough. There's another big one over there. It's all right. Fifth. I totally get that. Actually, I had. I've been that way more or less at different times of my life. I feel like there's been some days where it's like, or weeks or months where it's like, yeah, I don't really know what day of the week it is, except for more often than not, it's like I wouldn't know what day of the week it was, except for like work, right? Like that's arg pain. I just used the same flask twice, chat. The FP flask. Thought I had it. Damn. Also, yeah. Rhymed crystal bud. Cold regions. You're in good company. I think Snibberg also empathizes if he's around. It's just oh! Feels like it easier for some of us than others. I just end up getting so focused on what I'm doing sometimes that I lose track of time. That's how I could fit the heal in. Alright, so the wolves are gone. It's just me and this asshole then. Have a kukri. Kukri. There's 2 syllables. What is this doing? What is this doing? Did it summon them? It was purple, pink in color. Kind of felt like I evaded it though. Come here, you. God damn it. That's not what I wanted to have happen. Okay, just the one big one? Damn it, I was trying to, like, camera control got punched. Alright, let's back off a bit. These guys are a bit annoying. What did you give me? Another somber smithing stone. Okay. Shield was late. Any more? Be good? I don't see any more, but they keep showing up. I know that they like to cling to walls and stuff. That one's came from the ground. Just a small buddy. What is this? This is a warning about the... I mean, it's a pretty loose definition of a trap. Alright. Where did we enter from? Kind of a bit turned around. Damn it. Alright, you're going to do a couple more of these because you like to do in succession like an obnoxious asshole. I am holding the block button. None of that blocked. Okay. That's frustrating. Well, we get to see where we started from now at least. So that's nice. I think I felt pretty good about the wolves, all in all. They were pretty good distractions. Do I want them at the start, though? They got chewed up a lot by these little guys. Let's go collect the runes first. I think this should be doable. Yeah. I was thinking I'd only get one of these, though. Alright, let's do the wolves then. Let's actually go ahead. Shoot. I don't have any grease on my... No, you don't. Quick actions. Sure. I want to get better at using the greases. Excuse me, dog. Okay, I see you. Kind of would have liked that to kill him. That's upsetting. Come on now. What? One of these is already almost dead? Sorry, I just looked at my side panel. The dog got roughed up. Okay. The mist is making it a little challenging to get a good lay of the land. Damn it. Well, unfortunately, all the wolves are gone. Oh, I missed an item. Rhymed crystal butts. I think those are going to be useful. Yeah, okay. So I was hoping. That was our entry point right there. Trying to understand the layout of this castle a little better. You're something I don't want. I don't think I want you turning around. Glintstone Craftsman's Cookbook. Okay. Don't love the frame rate. I think it's all the particles and stuff. Hopefully it's not coming through to you guys. It's still a little choppy, but not... Okay, yeah, I definitely didn't want you turning around. Silver blood. Okay. Oh, there's another. Was that a trap? I think that might have been a trap I walked over. Because I don't see a caster. Okay, so this just... Yes, trap. I was wondering if that's what that was. This little stick in the ground. So this is a trap too? Yeah. Cool. More hands. Oh, right. I forgot I have this thing. This is a new addition to the build, as it were. I like it better than the sword, the bow and arrow. Bow and arrow is just... I don't know. It never felt good to use. Hopefully that was just that bow, maybe? And it'll change my mind later, but I just didn't ever feel great about using it. It's clunky, sort of. Oh no, the phone died. Well, welcome back. The death of the phone is always a tragic thing. Nice crushed shield, interesting. I mean, there's worse shields. Right now, I've been liking the medium shields. I have much enjoyed having 100% physical damage negation on block, but I mean, the weight's not nothing. Looks like there's a little crevice here somewhere. Well, this is probably how I get attacked. I thought I was going here. I got turned around somehow. Peek through the window. Don't see... Probably going in from above then. You know, I'm not sure I want to mess with them. Maybe just leave them. Oh no, did I get turned around again? I did. Oh, hello, mister. Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of keep on moving. This is not ideal. Is this the entrance? God damn it. No, it's not. Okay, cool. Yeah, I was kind of hoping they didn't have a really far aggro distance, and it doesn't seem... Well... Maybe he's still coming? Yeah, there's definitely some choppiness in this frame rate. Arg. Oh, there's a chance I need to change the settings again. Sometimes I think NVIDIA's update software switches things. That's unfortunately bad timed. Okay, I'm still not used to that pause. That little pause throws me. It shouldn't. Hit him. His cadence is weird. Oh, just one of those ones that just strikes me as weird. One nice thing about more recent updates to technology is that it has gotten easier to keep the phone charged, it feels. Still not easy, depending on what you're using it for. Or rather, you know, like, especially if you're like doing like any kind of games, or I mean, seems to be probably watching Twitch on it. That's a big drain. But the charging technology's gotten so much better. Okay, am I safe here? I feel like I'm safe. Graphics. Display. It's still borderless. I didn't have ray tracing on. All right, we'll just leave it aside for now. I think it's probably all the damn particles. There's a lot of lighting effects going on in that space. Lady Rani, we have long awaited you. I pray for your house's swift revival. May the full moon shine upon Karya. I'm trying to think, do those guys ever have a second voice line? Feeling like no. I don't think I've seen one at least. Sorry about your furniture. Just had to check. I had to check. It's always gonna be like the one wall I don't check, I know it. Apparently that happened in the White Palace. I know I very thoroughly checked a lot of those walls, but I did miss one. The one that I missed was the meaningful one. Obviously there's a light beam here. What? Just feels weird. Oh, it's under... Okay. I speaking of some for Brevog. And even more brog is a site of grace. Which works out great. Because these are the only places that you're actually safe. And I can go get some coffee. But yeah, no, I didn't finish that thought. But like just the rapid technology of the USB-C. I mean, USB-C technology was supposed to be more than it ended up being. It's supposed to be the promised land, right? One standard to rule them all. And it's kind of a little bit more Wild Wild West than people had hoped for when the technology was originally promised. That's the scene. That's the button. That's the button. Maybe we'll get music if we ask really nice. Thank you. Just the fact that they can like push so much more, like they can have most of these devices nowadays can accept the charge faster because it like communicates with the brick to tell it how much power it actually needs, and so it can like turn into a fire hose when it needs a lot of power, just trickling. Anyways, I don't know that much. I just know a little bit, enough to sound like an idiot. I'm gonna go grab some coffee. Thanks for hanging out, chat. And we'll be going for a while longer. Continue to explore Karya Castle. Yeah. No, that's it. Give me a call. Be right back. I'm back, chat. Sorry, I was just confused for a second why tablet broadcast is very delayed, but it shouldn't be. It must have been buffering on its end at some point then. FYI, chat, if you didn't know, so if you're ever out of sync with, or it feels like you're out of sync with the stream, that happens one of two ways typically. Either I get buffered on my end, or you get buffered on yours. Because it's the nature of streaming world, right? Your browser is constantly trying to keep as constant a feed of a data it can to the video player, and so it has to end up buffering a little bit of that, and when there's instability it falls further and further behind waiting for more data. So refreshing your browser will fix it if it's on your end. If it's on my end, you can't do anything about it, and it has happened once or twice where I've basically gotten ahead of stream by like a full minute or two. It's obnoxious. Thankfully it hasn't happened in a while. The VPN servers I've settled on for the time being seem to be pretty stable. It was just a process of trial and error. But that's actually a good, tangential. That's why I do prefer to have chat on screen. One of the best uses is actually for you to be able to gauge your delay to the stream. And as a viewer, I would use it frequently for that purpose. Say something meaningful to the streamer if you can, right? Like, hey, nice play, or hey, how you doing today? But really what you're waiting for is to see how long until your text shows up in the video, so you can know, how to gauge what's happening in chat with what you're seeing in the video. Because chat, actually, FYI, is real time. So the in the actual text box, where you can type in your own text and respond to people, that's actually basically a real-time IRC client that's sitting aside the video. And so they can become out of sync. Why is there no music playing right now? Pretzel, why do you hate me? Let's just go back to the game. Not much music there either, but that's just a little, I guess, the more you know, for any of you who are newer to the Twitch scene. Maybe it doesn't work that way anymore, for all I know. That's how I haven't been as active of a Twitch viewer in the last year or two. Since I started putting a lot of time goes into making the content, don't go so much time for watching it. Anywho, let's get back to the action. Let's get back to the fun. We were exploring a castle with a bunch of creepy hands and some silver-blooded old husks of sorcerers, it seemed. Still can't level up. I did want very much to swap out the Ash of War. I've enjoyed Sword Dance. Not as much as the others, I feel. I want to try Double Slash again for a bit. This is, I think, entirely the result of just some stat assignment errors. I need to find a respec. I had math. All right, so there's a difference of 16 in the addition, right? On the right hand in the plus modifier. They're one apart. All right. I want to try to keep using the basic enhancement because I'm trying to force myself to use the greases, practice it, and you can't use greases with the other enhancements, from what I've discovered so far, at least. I haven't tried putting an Ash of War on just the dagger yet. What would I want on it? Like, I don't have the good muscle memory for switching to just dagger, which is what I would presume I would need to do to use it, but what would if I was good enough? Yeah, I mean, I definitely wouldn't recommend copying anything that you're seeing right now. This is pure blind experimentation. In my first From Software game, for the record. So actually, I don't even have a lot of context for the stats and things behind them. It's a process of discovery. I'm kind of curious just to see if this works. It's been a slow process, but we're actually starting to get there. It's kind of the game is this weird balance of you're left to figure it out for yourself, and there aren't many hand-holdy tutorials, but also it does give you a lot of detailed information when you go looking for it in like the help menus and things. So it's kind of, it has felt like it's given me enough to push through on my own without turning to another resource, which is actually really cool, because there's a lot of games where that isn't true, where it's like they're complex, and realistically, if you want to understand their complexity to an adequate extent, you feel incentivized to go look online for a wiki or student tutorial or whatnot, and that doesn't feel true for at least my experience of this game so far. It feels like it, if you want to put in the work, the info is there, but it is, they do make you work for it. Is there really not up like a ladder or anything? I have to go down? Seriously? You're not a fake wall? The game's, yeah, it's, I had to figure out a way to say it that I feel confident I'm not going to offend anybody with. But in general, like, there's a gamer mindset demographic that fits this game, and they've learned how to fit that demographic quite well, right? The type that wants to be forced. Oh, I went upstairs first. I'm an idiot. I came in down here. I went upstairs. There was the grace in a doorway. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I like being challenged, if that's not obvious. I typically play video games on hard mode when given the option for that purpose. Like, I don't like want it to be obscenely difficult. I'm not masochistic in that extent, but like I do want to be forced to struggle a little and learn. And that guy is so fucking creepy, just sitting on the wall like that. It's that one of the hands from above. And this is the type of game that definitely lets you even have a little bit of flexibility into how much challenge you can sort of opt into. Because if you wanted to, you can actually, I think, overgear the shit out of some of this content. But you can just push yourself like really deep into some pretty challenging spaces really early in. And to that extent, you can actually hose yourself a little bit. unknowingly. Really? But it has like I want to use the word flexibility, but that's not a word that will make sense to most people in this context. I feel like it's a game that can fit a pretty diverse set of player levels and disciplines, and that like you can get a lot out of this game with some of the more basic tools, as it were. Like there's like a lot of complexity here that's optional. In fact, I'll be the first to admit that I'm not fully exploring it yet. Like it's definitely out of my range right now, and it's exciting that that's there. Because like I'm 80 hours into this game, and there's still like a wealth of information to be discovered and explored, and skills to be honed. So like that's why I'm really stoked on this game. But at the same time, like I've been saying, it will not hold your hand. So like if you're still at your place in the gaming journey where you really need your hand to be held or would strongly benefit from having your hand held, this should not be the game for you this year, probably. That doesn't mean I don't think you will play it or should play it. Like I actually, it's the idea. It's a journey, right? Just not now. Come back to it after you've knocked out one or two other titles that are helping you learn. Hell yes. It's easy to take for granted, I think, how many of the allowances or affordances that the average video game relies on to communicate with the player. Like light beams is a simple example. I mean, and it's such a simple example because there's almost no gamer that doesn't identify it, right? There's nothing inherent about a beam of light that means there's an item worthy of collection, right? But it does to the gamer brain. Like you see this, you automatically knew it. Like any game you go to, you see that you're like, I can pick that up. That's an item for me I want to pick that up. And that one's so common that it's like an obvious example. But there's a lot of other little smaller ones, right? Like I mean, red painted barrels. To most gamers, it's obvious those are explosive. Not all gamers, right? Like at a certain point, they didn't know that information, and so this game kind of isn't going to hold your hand in like explaining any of that ever. It's the places where it communicates to you. It's kind of depending on you having not. And some of that actually wants you to have like specific from software specific domain knowledge. I did a shit job of that. That's a hell of a block, sir. I didn't see no shield. And that's kind of what I mean in terms of like the journey. We learn games. We get better at games by learning the tropes and the patterns. And some games build on those patterns more so than others. In a less forgiving, that's a great way of putting it, the fifth, in a less forgiving and less handholdy way. Also, just the fact that you can get set back a substantial portion of your journey with the like loss of runes and whatnot is another thing that makes the game fairly challenging. Yeah, I was kind of think there was a second one. I don't want my back to one of these two, obviously. think I enjoy double slash more than sword dance. It's just a purely vertical attack? I kind of expected there to be some kind of radial component. So you have to like literally just stand here for the full second until it... Okay. Again? Ooh. A new helmet, chat. Weighs less. Better physical damage defense, but worse than all of the... That's kind of what we enjoy about it. I enjoy about my current helmet is like it is our best like magic, fire, lightning, holy defense currently. Oh, this helmet gives you a little bit. It's been better than some of our other options. Maybe not. I need to re-gear. I need to sit down and actually think through my gear. It's like on the to-do list. I see. But that partly... Why are you guys everywhere? No item? No item. Is this one I came out of? It is, isn't it? Yeah, there was the hand. When is circle? God damn it. Is it just a circle, actually? Doesn't connect. Sorry, talking and gaming is hard. So much so that I actually forgot what I was talking about. What was I talking about, chat? Here's stairs. You're talking about something about your gaming journey. Should we just keep going? I mean, I am a little worried about piling them up behind me. I don't know how long these guys will trail. I am wondering how many of them there are. Jesus. Okay. Roll away from the damage, please. I don't know what the... I would like not to die. So let's just walk here and heal. For some reason, I felt like I was recovering slow. Like he wasn't rolling away in a responsive way. Very frustrating. I didn't change... Okay. Sorry, I had to check if I was still medium load or not. Fun little tidbit. If you don't know the game, your weight of your gear impacts your roll speed. As far as if you get to the heavy status, it's pretty much dog shit. You don't want to be in the heavy load category. I mean, I guess if you're like one of those, damn it. Seriously? I thought we cleared this bridge. Like, I literally thought we cleared it. You roll slow. It hurts. But I was just about to theorize, like, if you really have heavy armor and the big shield and all that, maybe you don't care. Maybe your game plan is like, I'm not evading jack shit, and I'm just gonna face tank everything. And that's actually probably a strategy. Which is what I was actually, I now remember where I was going at one point in time. It was a while ago. I was gonna comment on the fact that this does feel like the type of game that you can over level. Like it'll let you overpower your enemies. With your raw stat power. And that is a concern I kind of have a little bit about playing this game long enough that like the enemies lose their challenge. They're feeling a little weak already. Although in soft... Sorry, let me make sure I read it right. Int Safter? Yep, that's a T, I'm pretty sure. I had to check. Olo Int Safter, welcome. Hello. The fifth, sorry, you asked the helmet stats to be, I don't know if we showed them after you'd asked. The current silver tier mask that we're wearing right now has 5.5, like the magic, fire, lightning, and holy are kind of why I'm rocking this, because like I feel weak to that. The silver tier mask. The new one we just found was the Ray Lucarian helm, which does not fill that same gap, unfortunately. But I do need to actually just like I definitely don't need 2-foot soldier helms. I need to sort through this. I'm starting to get the feeling that the ghost enemies maybe have a timing respawn, which is a little inconsistent, but okay, sure. What do you say? I don't feel like I ever have enough context for one of these. What, try left? What do you mean? Like, you want me to go over here? Because this doesn't seem like it's a better opportunity. Unless, no. No, are you just trying to point out that the stairs were right next to this? Are you just being smart ass? I don't. The messages sometimes are very useful and a lot of times are just left. You mean when I go inside? 2 messages in agreement with each other is unusual to be a troll. That thing? I'm not getting there from here. Yeah, the notes are either a blessing or a curse, depending on the context, right? I don't see anything left, though. I mean, there's this. The hell just hit me? My shield broke. Wait, maybe this is left? From which orientation, then? I mean, that's... Well, let's go grab that first. Oh, just... it has been so rare that that bubble actually lasts its full duration. I've kind of forgot it has one. Okay, if I had walked in from this direction, left would have been there. I don't see anything, though. They love to hide little elevator nooks and crannies in this game. Not seeing anything. I don't think I've ever seen anything underneath the elevator before, but sooner or later it's going to be useful to check. Can I not? Thank you. Sooner or later it's going to pay off, right? I mean, it does. It has. It has repeatedly. This game definitely is one that rewards you for being observant. All right. Nothing else? Nothing interesting? I really felt... I'm curious why those two people said left. Do you say left? If you say left, I'm going to be annoyed. Boss soon? I already saw it, right? I don't need to sit again. Seed. Dogs. All right, now I understand this layout better. We're on the high ground. This is all on like a second up a cliff face. Interesting. Okay. Probably got to be better to fight him on my terms, right? Nope. Is he gonna make it back up or not? He's gonna like come back and hit me in like 5 minutes time, but I don't want to swing my sword off the edge there. Did he fall? He fell. This is gonna make me nervous. You know, interestingly enough, the fifth, I was actually just thinking to myself that I don't fully understand. I think I used to think that swimming pools were related to my ability to like use my ashes to summon, like the wolves, but I can't summon wolves right now. Why did that lose target lock? That's so obnoxious. Like, I can't summon my wolves. Even though... So I misunderstood, actually. This must just be a multiplayer feature, then. I do believe this is related to allowing you to, like... some of the items, actually, are the primary way that you access some in-game features, and I use them so infrequently I don't remember what damned tab they're under. Apparently I passed them. They're fingers. They're fingers here. Creates a summon sign for cooperative multiplayer. I'm pretty sure that it's directly tied to those fingers. Like you can, yeah, a small golden effigy sends a co-op sign to summoning pools. I thought that they were some way related to my in-game summons also, but apparently that's not the case. So there's that. We're learning together a little bit. I think, so maybe Stake of Marika's are the things that give me the in-game summon. And it's just, they're typically found together. This area is very disconcerting. They did a great job with the atmosphere. Damn it. In 2 occasions there, I tried to attack, and I got him both times. Hit him! Well, that's unfortunate. Only 1, 2, 3. They also actually did a great job in this game with making so many diverse enemies. Like, they just feel different. That dog felt a little different than other dogs, actually. That wolf. There's so many unique enemies and bosses and things that you're just constantly adapting. It's great. He big. He big. They not big. Yeah, the amount of enemies is insane and amazing. Well, I guess we might as well put on some grease, right? Come on. I summoned the little ones. Yeah. Well, take your time. Oh, I can summon wolves now. In this room. Okay. I think. If I have enough FP. Sweet. Hello, sir. Let us begin. That's going to be a big hit, isn't it? Yeah. I was kind of on that shield helping me a little bit. Back up. Back up. I like being behind him more. So he's mostly just, oh no, he's almost identical to one of some of, like, the ghosts of the same. Yeah, we fought this guy before, actually. Loss of all wolves was not ideal outcome. Damn it, I thought I would be able to finish him. Ran out of stamina. Troll Knight's Sword. Interesting. Big strength. Well, not big strength, but strength, dex, and intelligence. More than I have. That might be fun to play with at some point, though. Colossal. I haven't tried any colossal weapons yet. We're going to have to, like, take a day and just experiment. Assuming once I figure out how to respec in this game, it's not entirely overburdensome to do. It probably is. This feels like the game that would make it that way. Respec's probably going to be a massive cost. Assuming I can even do it. I don't even know I can do it for sure. I just presume I haven't played a video game with no respect system in a long time. I presume there's some respect system, but I presume it's going to be expensive. It's all hell. Holy shit. I just freaking killed Robin Hood. That's awesome. I'm pretty sure that's what that. I think that's an Easter egg. I think that's what that is. I think it's a reference. He's like sitting out here outside the castle. He's definitely dressed differently than the rest of them. That's awesome. I love it when games put in Easter eggs and references. Speaking of, if you haven't played Split Fiction, chat, I highly recommend the game. It's an amazing title and one of my favorites of all time. Only downside is you have to play it with somebody else. That's not even the downside, really. It's I love couch co-op games, even though you don't have to be couch for that. But you can be, and not enough of them. Love it. But in that game, there is like a little side area that's actually a reference to the Souls series. It's a campfire. I think it's I haven't played that Souls, but I think it's actually like visually distinct, like notable campfire. Like behind a waterfall. So that's pretty dope. But I do recommend the game. It's such a fun title, especially like if you're playing with like a significant other or a longtime gaming partner, like because you have that mental like you're synced up in a little bit. Like they know what to expect from you, you know what to expect from them, so there's like less verbal communication needed in some places, and so you can actually just the game really rewards cooperation. And it's got so many distinct mechanics in a single game. It's like feels like an infinitely diverse experience. Yeah, so the Split Fiction team, whose name I'm forgetting, I'm sorry, I'm bad with names though, so don't hold that against them. I guess hold it against me is fair enough because it's my problem. The It Takes Two was the immediate predecessor that they made, and they also did do. I don't remember what his title was. It was a prison breaky time game. I did play it. It wasn't nearly as good as like It Takes Two was, but It Takes Two was also a fantastic title. I do recommend that one as well. Nothing? Okay. I hear something. It's a scarab. I hear a scarab on the other side of this wall, I think. Yes, I think A Way Out was the prison breaky one. That sounds right to me. It was a while ago that I tried it. I didn't finish it. So I don't feel like I enjoyed it as much. But both It Takes Two and Split Fiction especially are amazing games. What's really nice about them is like even though you have to play it, you don't have to buy two copies. To be clear, like even though they're actually like real titles with real price tags, like you only have to buy the one because you get a friend pass on Steam for free to like let somebody play with you always. So you don't have to touch these. And if you're just gonna like kind of chill, not sure why this would be surprising to you. Like you kind of watched me walk up this path on the other side of it, but sure. Oh, it's upsetting. Perfumer's bolts. Okay. Yeah, those aren't that common anymore, are they? And they kind of didn't have any other way around it, I don't think. Ooh. Let's go in there in a minute. Let's explore out here first. Make sure we've collected our collectibles and whatnot. because you actually can't play the game by yourself. Like if it is physically impossible to play the game solo, you cannot do it. So because of that, like I understand they probably like they didn't have a way around it. I would like to believe they would have done it that way anyways, because it would just be the sensible thing to do. But more games should have friend passes in general. Like even like a lot of them used to have it like a narrower context, right? Like well, you can multiplayer online at least together, stuff like that. For these 3 maps. But now, yeah, it's not very common either. There's a jar down there. What do you have to say? Okay, let's remember this is here. We'll come check this out after we've checked out what's further afield inside. Ooh, maybe this is a use for one of these things. I could just use it from here. How did I... Thank you. Use? Sweet. That'll help me remember I want to go that way. Maybe. I don't know how long those last. Probably not that long. Probably not long enough given how long this might take me. This might be hectic, it feels. Yeah, I'm not going back. Oh, it looks like there's... Wait, the mist is over there. I'm constantly in a state of like, what is this? What is this in this game? And that is the essence of why it's amazing. Like that's just what I say. Can I just outrun these? Sort of. Shit. Interesting that I can't actually mount a horse here, but I can summon. I'm gonna try to find a wolf here. Unfortunately, that's the last of our FP. Dang it. Damn it. That was actually the last of our FP and we wasted it. Damn it. I was actually holding the block button for that, but I was mid-roll. Arg. So close. That would have been a lot easier if I had like any FP for that. How did I miss this? That's disappointing. I made the conscious, it was a conscious decision. I made the conscious decision to basically turn all of my FP for that fight into wolves. Like that was the decision I made at the start of it. Because I didn't have any more flasks. Oh, yeah, naturally. What are these chairs? Okay, they're one-time effect. Makes sense. So I'm trying to find an opportunity. Let's skip these before we forget about them. To use spell-proof liver. Let's heal up. Way early. Damn it. I really should use the drawstrings. You can make that item faster, chat, for those that didn't know, if you craft a little more expensively. Alright, let's get the wolves out. Okay, Spammy. Jesus. Not this again. You got a little harder to fight with the wolves. Loretta's Great Bow. Ash of War, Loretta's Slash. Cool. Let's go. Got a little more thrash than I was hoping for out of that fight. It's a lot of fun though, actually. So interesting. I guess I just had never observed it before. The exit to the arena, this was the exit before, and it had the golden mist. So I could see the exit was blocked, even though the entrance didn't have the golden mist yet next time. I had presumed that the arena was actually going to be through there. Even though this obviously looked like an arena, but because I had never made that realization before. All right, well. We learn a little bit every day. Including the fact that I mean, coffee. Wait, how many runes did I get? Enough that I should spend them. How much do I need? 2,000. It does a little bit, right? It's a little bit bigger. I mean, it has a lot more chairs, obviously. Um, but it does give that same vibe a little bit. I had that same sort of feel. I mean, I think more what they're going for is probably like Knights of the Round Table vibe, right? Or maybe Knights of the Round from Final Fantasy VII vibe or whatever. But I actually had the exact same thought a little bit. Like, yeah, this feels a little like the God of War Valkyrie Queen. Which, by the way, an amazing game also. One of my favorites. Um, they just they did a fantastic job with the storytelling in that game, and like the combat is actually compelling to an extent that makes it a really nice title. There's a lot of these throughout the world. I should know what they are. Are these like lunar dials or something? AJ, nice, good to see you. Happy Wednesday. Right? Actually, Olo, you're not that far off from where I'm at. So my like when I talk about gaming being a journey, it's from firsthand experience, right? Like, and I think most people can relate to that. We, I spent a lot of time in like the kind of shit tier Halo gaming where it's like I just you're casually doing it for fun and you're happy enough to pull triggers and see things explode and to watch the story unfold. But then little by little, some of us start wanting the challenge part of it more. And there are different games that bring that out in us, I feel. And God of War was like part of that journey for me distinctly. Playing God of War on hard mode, bashing my head into the Valkyrie Queen, and loving it was a big part of that journey, and part of the confidence. Yeah, you build confidence a little bit, right? You hear all the horror stories about how hard Souls games are and how hard this or that, and they are challenging, to be clear. But like, there's a part of it that like is intimidating you, scaring you away from content that actually is more approachable nowadays than it definitely used to be. Like Souls 2, I did try and did bounce from, and it makes sense why you would bounce from. But most games nowadays, like with persistence, you can become proficient at as long as you have the motivation for it, and you have to find that motivation. You don't have to be clear. There's nothing wrong with not. Like, I'm not trying to, like, there's no moral high ground here. It's just, for those of us that do, we discover it at one point or another, it feels like. And then we start probing more intently into games that scratch that itch further. At least that's how I've. Okay, so there's 3 structures here. And there's something on the other side of this castle? Oh, the frames are hurting. They're fine if I'm stationary. That's a big dragon. Yeah, there are some games that unfortunately. Oh wait, I forgot about it. I forgot I wanted to go jump down that. All right, hold on. Let's turn back. I don't want to forget. Let's go look at that Jarhead. Because we rested at Grace. Oh wait, I didn't actually take that level, did I? I was mid process and I got distracted. That has to be been triggering to somebody. Sorry, guys. I've been pumping endurance recently because I've been wanting to increase my equipment load. I don't know if I keep wanting to push that though. At least not at the moment. I think I want to rebalance this once I figure out how respec works. Fingers crossed. Dexterity, I think, is still our primary, going to be our long-term primary stat. It's been a bit since we put anything into it. You know, sooner or later, I'm going to have to actually start investing in to one of these. So my current expectation is I'm going to want one of Intelligence, Faith, or Arcane to augment the build. And I don't actually have a feel for which yet. But if I'm going to operate on the presumption that I'm respeccing at some point anyways, I hope to God I can, we should just maybe pick one. I know Intelligence, like, have equipment that I've looked at that I'm like, I'd like to use that. I don't have the Intelligence for that, though. So maybe I just start investing in it a little bit. All right. Sounds good. Thanks for dropping in, AJ. Sorry, the time didn't work out well for you, but we'll be here on Friday for sure. Evening time slot for me, but maybe that's more conducive. Have a good one. Do I intelligence? Do I intelligence? I mean, it's not like this is that big of a deal. I mean, I should actually just look at this point to see some of these base facts that I don't know about the game. Like, what is level cap? Is there level cap? I kind of wonder if there is level cap in this game, to be honest. I've said intelligence multiple times as I've like looked at gear. Let's put a little into it. I do want to make a rebalancing of the character. Not a massive one, but a notable one. At one point I don't think does anything for us though, right? We didn't open up any spells for that. Let me check. These don't do anything because I can't cast them, right? 52, 18 is something I was interested in, but that's still a ways away. There's a couple weapons in the lower intelligence bracket that I wanted to try equipping, though, which is also part of the reason why I'm motivated to point there. Level cap is 714. Okay. So effectively, there isn't one. I'm going to guess, especially given that number, I'm going to guess it's like probably a soft cap. Like, it's mathematically impossible, realistically, to exceed that point, but there's no physical mechanism preventing it. Like, it might take like 1 billion or something like that to level up to the next level, but... And that presumption is based solely on... I know software engineers, and they would love to make the system that way. Beast liver. You don't find those very often. Hog. Okay, so looks like a dragon over there. Let's check this closest building first. Interesting that the door appears to be blocked. Rena's Rise. Blocked shut for now. This is one of my pet peeves or nitpicks with the game, to be fair. So that text at the I've talked about it before, so I'm sorry for anybody who's been here on those other streams to hear me repeat it. But that text, blocked shut for now, is going to stay there indefinitely. There's no notice of a prompt that I should dismiss it It has every visual indication of being one of, like type of temporary messages, status notifications that games typically have. But no, it's waiting for me to press a button to dismiss it. And the really fun thing is I can't swing my sword or block. I can walk, but I can't actually do combat actions while it's present. Like, why? Just why? Just give it why. I can't think of a reason why this would be a good user experience. Like, this can't be the intention design. Like, at the worst, I think the easiest compromise you can make is just have it dismiss when I swing my sword. Let me swing the sword and have it dismiss, right? Like, that's such an easy change to make. Or alternatively, give it a timeout. Or alternatively, just put the freaking button over the thing that says you need to dismiss this. Put it center of the screen. But no. And the fact that it's such a small thing is why it's actually a little triggering. Is because, like, why haven't they fixed the... I'm sure somebody's complained. I am not the first person to notice. I am positive of this. In all of the patching for the game, how is that not patched? I mean, like, it's such a, and that's like a very small nitpick for a very amazing title. That's why it's so kind of frustrating. It's like, why these, when you can't take care of the little tiny things, it's like, if, for lack of a better word, like, it feels a little disrespectful or uncompassionate. Interesting. But I am personally very passionate about, like, good user experiences, chat, from my time as a web developer. Specifically, that ties in strongly with some strong feelings about accessibility. Which you will hear me rant sooner or later about in some games, because not all games get it right. Eventually, we're going to have to go fight that dragon, but what's over here first? Text box death. I don't know if I've actually full on died to it. I may have died to the text box, and so in this extent that, like, I took a bunch of damage and got flustered while I was figuring out my shit, and then, like, death was kind of inevitable following that. But it has definitely flustered the crap out of me, and looks like it's collectible, and causing me to take vast quantities of damage. I just don't know why it's not fixed. It's such a simple thing. It feels like it would be just make it automatically timeout and block no actions. Done. Job's done. Right? Like, it there's nothing more needed. Just give it like a 5-10 second duration, and then at which time it never blocks any of the player's desired actions. Like, the coding for that's not going to be intense. I'm kind of regretting picking this fight at this moment. That's probably going to be fine. I said that, and that didn't play out that way. There are lesser dragons and greater dragons, and this one is a greater dragon. Oh, there's multiple. Wait. No, he teleported. Okay, I love that that's the thing. I was thinking I was picking a fight with a lesser one. I think there's actually a distinction. I feel like there's been some smaller ones. He a big boy. Yeah. One too many hits there. Alright, that wasn't timed well. I was trying to use the spell-proof liver. Damn it. Should I just block that? I feel like running time is good. A little faster than I thought. Come back, horse. I was trying to get away that time at least. Oh. I've gotten greedy with every one of those. No! It's fine. I do love that these like epic battles are mixed in with like just their feel. Like it's just a it has the vibe of a random encounter, you know what I mean? It's placed like a random encounter. But you get the epic music and this is no, yeah, this is the way he came in. That's the way exit. Also, like the mounted battle feels very satisfying for a game that puts so much effort into like diverse and authentic combat in general. Like you don't usually expect those two things to be paired. At least I don't. The game developers now continue to exceed my expectations, so there's that. All right, let's prepare ahead of time before we aggro him. I think we were safe where we were standing, to be fair. More livers. Temporarily boost magic damage negation. This seems good. And I have a lot of recipe ingredients for this, so let's get more of those. Cool. While we're at it, we have actually dragon wound grease. Just the one? No, I have 4. And I can't make any on drawstrings if I wanted to. Fascinating. Yeah, music is big. There has to be a different way to get containers. This seemed too rare for me for my playthrough so far. Like I have 8 containers. Like that's why I don't use crackpots ever. It's like they feel like freaking mega elixirs in their frequency, but they do damage like a damn kukri or whatever. It's just like what's the point? Sorry, there's one other thing I wanted to make. I wanted to make some of the flesh. There. Temporarily boost physical attack. Yes. You have 6 rune arcs? Sure. Actually don't know. Can I see the duration? No. Chat, what's the duration of Exalted Flesh? Approximately. Like, is it minutes or is it seconds? Like, should I be using this mid-combat or can I just, like, down it right now and go charge in? 30 seconds. Okay, so let's put this on the hotbar then. At least what's nice about the grease is at least you like see it on the blade, right? And I'm sure there's a status effect somewhere for the Exalted Flesh, but let's be honest, there's a lot of icons in this game. Like, it's kind of tough to track. All right. Again, with feeling. Let's go ahead and start with wolves. Roar! What? Nope. Lock on, please. Is he tail swiping? No, he's flying. Is he stuck? Or is he sitting on something? He's walking on the air. Oh. Okay. Okay. Fuck me. It'll probably be good if I could get in the habit of dismounting there anyways. See, swipe. This is gonna hurt. Yeah, slow. I saw it coming. Is he blind? It looks like his eyes are covered. I was jumping! Bad roll. I guess I'm glowing red, aren't I? That's the Exalted Flesh. Fair enough. So it does have a clean indicator. Oh, no. Yes. Yeah, every once in a while you play the game that... Oh, I didn't plug quite in. You're playing the game you're watching being streamed and you have that... it's worse like in horror games like that where you have like that creaking sound from somebody entering the room. Was that my room or their room? This dragon does not want to be near me. Shenanigans! Oh, I'm so upset. Hello? Mr. Dragon, sir? I don't believe we're done. What? I mean, they've done the teleporting thing before, but... Hello? Does anybody see him? I don't see him. Huh. Well, I didn't get Dragon Heart out of that, though. Wonder if he comes back later? I mean, it's a glitch. I'm pretty sure it's a glitch. My expectation is. I feel like he was trying to teleport to relocate, and he just didn't re-enter. But although that's its own little... I don't understand why they have to teleport the dragons around. Like, I understand constraining them to a specific map zone, but just like have them pick their ass up and fly over to it then. Like, why are they teleport? Like, especially in like one of the most like, I don't know, overtly computerized ways. Like it has like a distinct dissolve feature. Feels a little weird, man. If I spend all this time praising the game, it's only fair that I poke at its flaws. And that one is definitely one of them. Don't know why the dragons need to teleport around. Oh my god, the glintstone is just murdering my frame rate. We were having a problem with Hollow Knight, though, the other day. Keep an eye on it. This computer should be fine. In fact, now I remember what the problem was that caused me to... The unseating of the graphics card before was because I was doubling the memory. I was adding more memory to make my life easier for editing because it's such a freaking hog. Cool. And in the process, I had managed to accidentally unseat the graphics card, which led to a headache that ended in the shattering of the tempered glass at the side of my case. So this computer should be fine. I don't understand why all of a sudden Hollow Knight... Like, I gotta understand this game pushing its limits, for sure. Enjoyed that pizza. Hopefully it's a good one. Pepperoni? Question mark? Doesn't... Whatever floats your boat. I like pepperoni. Actually, my preference is like the supreme. You know, with like the onions and the bell peppers and the little pepperoni bits. Especially if we're talking frozen. That's where it's at. But I can do for just a generic pepperoni too. Do you have any ham and pineapple enjoyers in chat? I'll be honest that like I can see the appeal. I'm almost never going to make the choice given an alternative, but like I can see, you know, like there's like a salty sweet thing going on there, you know? And I definitely enjoy the whole salty sweet paradigm for sure, for sure. Like I'm expecting there to be something secret. Obviously there's an elevator there. Well, then something must be interesting at the top. There's no way they put that site of grace for this space. Surely not. Let's see what's up top. You could never. Oh, you don't do pepperoni much in Germany. Fair enough. It's always interesting to learn about like the cultural diversities. I enjoy this. Oh, I was like, this does not seem right. You'd think they'd want to put a railing on this. Hello? Friend or foe? This would be a small fighting quarters. What did they say about this person?
Oh, again we cross paths.
Again?
I believe
Have we
you
met?
said my name was Rena when last we met. It pleaseth me to see Torrent hale and hearty, but tarnished. What
Torrent.
business hast thou here? I have no memory of inking thee an invitation.
Wait, I thought Torrent was gifted to me by... I haven't seen her in forever. I forgot her damn name. Who was the maiden that I started with? The maiden that didn't have a tarnished, or like she was by a couple of the early graces, then disappeared. Was this her? I didn't think she was this shade of color. Oh, maybe she's different now. No particular reason.
No reason in particular thou claimest. Intriguing. Then mayhaps fate hath steered thee to this reunion. Wilt thou enter into my service? I am the witch Rani. I stole death long ago, and search now for the dark path, that I might one day upend the whole of it, and rid the world of all that came before. Well, has that roused thy interest?
I don't yet have a full appreciation for like how impactful my choices are in the game. So far, it's asked only a few times, and I actually don't think it's ever mattered. But this feels like the type of game that would have very impactful choices. So it's kind of... I mean, sure. Why the hell not, right? Yeah, okay, so that definitely is... Who?
I see. A choice well made. Thou art a rare sword. Not many.
Was there not another maiden?
Offer, but I require as much of those under my command. I anticipate good work from thee. Good. Then I ask we proceed with haste. Art thou aware of the star that struck Limgrave?
Yes.
It left a vast crater, and through it lieth the eternal city of Nokron. Go there to find the city's hidden treasure.
I've been there. Did I miss the city's hidden treasure?
Yes. E.g. my war counselor, and Salavis, preceptor in the sorcerous arts, can be found below. Like thee,
Salvius.
they are in my service. Heed not their peculiarities. Feel secure in gaining from them what advantage thou canst. I am sure the others will be doing just the same. Ah, yes. E.g. my like thee, heed not. I am sure the others will be...
And to be fair, she's like one of the friendliest sorts that we've discovered. It's part. I totally get that it's part of the game. It's like vibe. Like, it does not want you to have full context for the decisions that it offers you. Yeah, Melina, that's what I was thinking. That's why I'm confused. But the name Ronnie is familiar. So I'll have to like watch it recap. Part of the gap, like it's been almost 90 hours, right? Since I guess we'll call it 80 is a fair call. Since like I first met her. Like, and there were so many new things being thrown at my face at that point in time. Like, I can't sort them all out. I have to go back and get like a refresher. Maybe walk my own footage. Well, this is interesting at least. And that makes the side of grace make sense, right? It's basically a fast travel point for us to come back to easily enough. Because we're probably going to have to come back here later. Wait, you weren't dead before.
Oh, so you were the one. Lady Rani has explained everything.
Or
You've defeated General Radan, unlocking the stars. A grand reward, justly procured by any measure. Again, I am Iji, the Karian royal family's dedicated blacksmith, and Lady Rani's war counselor. I welcome one of your caliber. A fellow champion in service of Lady Rani.
hey, dope. He was very much alive and corporeal a moment ago.
Let us give all that we can of ourselves, together, for Lady Rani. Let us give all that together.
So I'm a little confused. But then again, there is that whole... I'm not entirely clear on, like, I get it, we're in some kind of afterlife space. Or in between dimension, right? It's literally called the land between, as in between life and death. It's like a purgatory, I get it. So, like, I don't fully understand the lore behind that yet. And that's, the game's gist is like, go figure it out. It fully embraces that concept of discovery, right? You have to even go discover the lore. I was wondering, I thought I missed somebody.
I see. You must be Rani's new hireling. Yes, I've heard all about you. I am Celavis, preceptor in the sorcerous arts. I don't know what it is the mistress sees in a provincial tarnished like you, but since we have the misfortune of serving the same lady, I ask that you kindly try not to drag us all down with you.
What an asshole. You're lucky I can't swing my sword, sir. Not that it matters.
In another tower close by.
So this is some kind of holographic technology.
Should you wish to be of actual service to Mistress Rani, if it were up to me, I wouldn't waste my time on the likes of you. But who am I to stand against the wishes of my lady? I reside...
Interesting. So, hold on. I'm thinking this through in my head right now. I mean, these forms, right? These ghost forms, the white, glowing shapes are identical for all intents and purposes to the, like, player characters running around swinging their swords at empty air, right? That big thing, I had conceptualized those as like echoes, as like different periods of times, like memories, as it were. But in the idea that this is like holographic technology, right? Like they're projecting themselves live from another space right now, that would imply more that the player characters I've been seeing aren't necessarily past events, but present ones. That are perhaps happening in a parallel space. It's interesting. Also, I did not realize I wasn't free to leave until just now. What? What? I can't. What? See you later, Kira. Thanks for dropping in. Always good to see you.
Come and pay me a visit.
Well, I can't leave, apparently. So how am I supposed to come see you in another clerical spy? What did I miss?
Let us give all that we can of ourselves.
Okay.
Together. For Lady Rani.
I was supposed to, like, exit this way? Little confused. Nope, still a wall. So the way forward is blocked somehow. What? Oh, we can't. We're literally blocked. We are actually stuck here. Okay. I'm a little confused. Like, I don't feel like the story events that have transpired so far should explain this. I feel like I've missed something somewhere. Like, so agreeing to be in her service has somehow bound me to this space? And even if that were true, why is it not obvious where the way forward would be? I am perplexed. Okay, what do you have to say? Not useful. I've spoken to you.
I resign. Come and pay. Should you? If it were up to me.
I can't. Is there another tower in this space? I don't. He's not in this, right? Like. The frick? I'm missing something, obviously. Can't even swing my swords. It's not like I can break shit. Well, I guess that's not true. I forgot we have ass destructive powers. But I can't. Secret passage check. It's Dr. Ronnie again, I guess. Oh, is this supposed to sit? Is this all trying to make me sit? Cutscene? No. Dude's gone, though. Is the other dude gone? Both dudes are gone. Can I leave now? I hate it. I hate it. Oh my god, I hate it so much. Why? Why? Can somebody in chat... why? What possible reason could they have to explain that interaction, that behavior? I'm so confused. I guess maybe it was just a glitch, literally a glitch and something stupid. I don't like obviously about sitting and respawn everybody, but welcome back, Olo. Sorry, what you missed and then what I'm referring to, because I'm sure it's confusing for someone who is absent for the duration. So like we went in here and we talked to Ronnie and we talked to the ghost figures, and I came back out to leave and discovered that I couldn't progress further. I was like here. I don't know. Like I was stuck to this physical building until I went and sat at the site of grace, and now I can leave. I couldn't teleport to a different site of grace, but I bet you can now. Like, I don't understand what it. Maybe it just might be as simple as like a recurring glitch, and maybe that'll happen to me again later in the game. It felt weird, especially considering there was like a geographic boundary to it, you know. Then again, we just had that dragon disappear on us, so I guess it's that time of day. You had the same issue happen to you in here. Yeah. Okay. So if it's a repeatable glitch, I don't know. They should have fixed that. That's a little triggering. Less so than the actual you can't swing your sword during a dialogue window, but you want to be respectful of your player's time. Like if there's a thing that's literally causing that level of confusion, and I mean, I could have easily spent longer there. Yeah, in fact, I probably would have spent longer if it weren't for the fact that I'm like streaming and just start throwing things at the wall, see what sticks. I'm like, what? This isn't right. I don't want it. I don't have confident which blue that was. Are you a sorcery blue or a flask blue? Shit. So we're gonna be stuck now. No. Maybe still. Yeah. Isn't the best. And, you know, I got, I'm sure what I got was a flask of cerulean tears, which is not what I needed. But I'll be honest that like my eye isn't well enough trained yet to very confidently distinguish the scarabs. So it's just like safer safe than sorry to go kill it, right? You know, so let's take care of this lore first.
Well, you took me at my word. Did you not realize I was merely being polite? Oh, you
I kind of suspected.
never cease to amaze. I suppose you're here now. Perhaps I'll give you something to do. I'd like you to find a woman called Nefeli to administer a potion. Even you can do that much, can't you? Good, good. Now I shall hand over the potion in question. Find Nefeli and ensure she drinks it. I expect glad tidings, and soon.
Can I get some more context?
Chit-chat. The only thing I will hear from you is a report of your task's completion. Are we understood? Then off you trot. I have enough on my plate.
Yeah, he's a bit of a douche.
I've no time for idle chit-chat. The only thing I will hear from you is a report of your task's completion.
Huh? I like that, asshole. Serves you right, motherfucker. Destroy it all. What's up here? More things to destroy? But anything of value? Let's rob this asshole. He is a dick, though. Yeah! I hope this is your personal I got confused by the message. Memory stone. I hope that's of personal value to you, sir. Jackass. Alright. I mean, not needed for me right now. I don't use a lot of spells. But still, it's a pretty rare find. I'm pretty sure. Yeah? We'll find a couple of them. You don't have the right. Interesting. Curious as to why it has so many appraisals. See, I don't want to prove that for sure, for sure. Oh, this is like an identical layout to one of the other towers. Can I? Yes, good. Any little items? No. Okay. Wait, what does potion inventory say? Or description? Find Nefeli and ensure she drinks it. Well, I don't know. I don't have great confidence as that whole stuff. Maybe poison. Probably is poison, to be honest. Probably makes a freaking, like, beast monster that attacks us immediately. I'm not sure I feel great about giving that potion to somebody. We'll see. Guy seems like an asshole. Right, that one was blocked. Let's see if it's still blocked, actually. Two. Yes. Fog makes it a little harder to navigate. Ooh. I actually see those fireflies now. That's nice. My guess, yeah. My guess was that was still blocked, but I wanted to check. This probably opens after we do part of the other stuff for these guys. Kind of look at that. Let's go find. We're going to do. Yes. Sorry, chat. Internal deliberation. I was looking at the time. What I would like to do is to find a site of grace here, hopefully. Well, that's not looking promising now. I didn't realize there was going to be a cliff here. Sorry, I'm reassessing my thoughts already before I finish actually verbalizing them. Yeah, it's a big glyph. Let's find a place to sit for a bit. This one is the better blue, right? No, come back. Did I get something? Yeah! Frozen armament. Thought I was going to get something. Oh, missed the inbound skull. I want to find a rest point. I want to grab more coffee. And then we'll go for a little longer today. Here it is. Perfect. This is exactly what I was hoping. I wanted to pause point so I can grab some Java. And then we'll go for like an hour, 45 minutes or an hour today, chat. I still got some energy left in me, especially after some more coffee. So just give me a couple minutes. And we will be continuing with the Elden Ring. Thanks for hanging out, though. Great to have so many of y'all here. Yeah, here we go. Be right back.
You find me with the hardest words, punch my chest till it hurts, picking up the pieces that keep falling apart. When did you turn your head? you left me. I've lost my soul. Take I'm spinning and everything is confusing. I can't seem to slow my mind down. Is it you? Is it me? Is it us? Is it lust? Is it trust? Is it just 'cause I can't figure it out? When did you turn your head? You let me sleep, searching for my heart in the debris. I've lost myself since you left me. I've lost myself.
Sorry I missed your departure, Fifth. But if you check the VOD later, hope you had a good one. Alright, we're back. Well, at least the network's been holding up today, so that's nice. It's actually been pretty good the last couple weeks, now that I'm thinking about it. Knock on wood. Alright, let's go back to it. Go for another hour or so. We'll see how long I have some energy for chat, but I'm not quite done yet. Sorry, I'm debating if I want to try playing with Unsheath again for a bit. Or maybe even something completely new. This is what we just... No, wait. Yeah, it's the exclamation point. This is what we just found? Coats the armament in frost and then slash, spreading frigid mist forwards. The armament retains its frost for a while. Interesting. I do wish it was a little easier to make some comparisons. Alright, let's just see what it does. And it's a lot more damage, right? Like a lot. Yeah. They do have a lot of complexity to the game, though. Like, just like the fact that Ashes of War are combined with the affinities a little bit so far still feels like it's a little unnecessarily complex. But that's probably still a little bit of a naivete from how like they all play together. So I'm looking forward to discovering why the Ash of the War mechanic is bound together with the enhancement mechanic. Because they don't feel like they cleanly intertwine, to be honest. Yeah, we couldn't get here before. This is a cliff face. This is a new ground, 100%. Sorry, I was making sure. I was confused for a second. Like, have we been here? We have not. All right, you, taste the cold. This is bad. I need to get this one. Excuse me. Yeah, you chant. That'll go for you. Fine, we'll let him summon. Okay, now before he responds and before he responds. Fine. It's dark. Yeah, it took you good hundreds of hours. I can get that. Like, I feel it. You know what I mean? It's just because there's so much to be learned, right? Like, hell, even just, you know, little things like mastering two-hand versus one-hand versus... Oh, yeah, it's double wielding. Oops. Versus dual wielding. Versus range, versus sorcery, versus incantation, and then on top of that, you have like 80,000 different consumables that all do like slightly different things. But what that means to like a person like me is like I've got a good 1,000 hours left in this game. Right? So that's exciting. Do these guys friendly fire with the skull, I wonder? Asshole. I am still trying to make conscious efforts to get better about stance dancing. I think that's like the lowest hanging fruit that I have left for some quick aptitude gains with the game. By stance dancing, I obviously mean changing weapons and dual wielding, two-handing, and it's like an entry level skill almost still. Like it's a complex skill, but it's like there's so much more on top of that. It feels, you know? So it feels like a type of game you can really sink your teeth into. And also why it's very intimidating to a lot of players. I get that. The important thing is not to be too preoccupied with being self-conscious about the learning process. Even I need to get better about that a little bit. I think it might be a little harder for me because I am actively broadcasting, but still. It's okay to struggle in games. I think there's a big part of me that avoided Souls type games for a good like decade of my life because I, at least on a subconscious level, didn't want to feel embarrassed that I was struggling. That I would be struggling. Hopefully, I don't know. Hopefully that resonates with some of you. But don't let it hold you back. It's you always get better as long as you're actively engaged in the process. And that's actually some of the most satisfying stuff. Royal Grave Everjail. Cool. We'll do this before we call it a day for sure. We probably won't do it right now. I just want to check the area around it. Looks like this might be the peninsula. A dead end, as it were. I don't either. So, sorry. Olo says they get that totally. They don't watch the crazy people owning the game at level 1 or playing in the no-hit. And I agree with that sentiment, right? Like, I personally don't. It would seem obvious, I suppose, given the fact that you watch the playstyle. But that's kind of the reason the content exists. Like, I'm not going to get there, to be clear, Chad. I'm decent at games. I am. But I'm not going to get to, like, those super speedrunners that are, like... I'm too old, to be honest. There's a physical limitation to my reaction time now that actually would be an impediment to that. And it's just kind of like, I don't know. It was the era in which I was raised to an extent, right? Like I didn't formulate those are the type of skills like those people that do the crazy impressive no-hit shit. Like they've been playing games to an intense degree since a very young age. I've been playing games since I was young, but not like with that level of intensity, right? So either way, so the content is supposed to kind of offer an alternative, right? Like I want to remind people that we play games because they're fun, and you don't have to like be that super Twitch reaction gamer to actually do well and have fun in these games. To enjoy them and to get good at them. It's a dope entrance, by the way. Should go down there at some point. Maybe we'll do that after we check out the Everjail. See what this... So this is the Volcano Manor. We got whisked to this space. Probably this one. Oh yeah, I mean, I don't know what point we got whisked away to, but an abductor snagged us and teleported us there, and we pursued all the way to the end. But obviously we never actually really poked around at like the overworld, as it were. There, we're kind of working our way. Let's do this Everjail first, and I think I want to see what like this should be the base of it, right? Like this should be the foot of. Or like maybe a cave structure underneath the volcano. I'm curious. The place rules. Awesome. All right, let's get that gel. There's nothing up here, right? No. Hmm? Just a skull. Rune 1. Or golden rune 1. Sorry, I'm looking at my frame rate. I feel like the computer's performance got worse somehow. Like I didn't install any software or update Windows or nothing. Probably don't want dragon grease anyways. We can't use it on our sword right now. And we should try using these, right? Like I'm overcapped. They're going to my stash. Oh, was not expecting. Okay. Take this, sir. Aha! Got you. Thankfully, that doesn't seem to hit very hard. These are slow. I'd forgotten that I hadn't forgotten. I might have reconsidered using a new Ash of War in this combat, though, if I thought it through. Much prefer to have double slash right now. Damn it, I want to get it fitted in there. Thankfully, it just does not hit very hard, because I'm not doing a great job. Out of range? That knockback's weird. IFP, damn it. Sure. Damn it, that's not good timing. Yeah, I missed. I want double slash for this. Meteorite. I do like that, like, the jails demo a spell or skill and then like provide it to you. That's kind of cool. like design pattern wise. The sheet music's too epic, yeah. He's immune to frostbite. Okay, yeah. That explains why that was so difficult. Yeah, my takeaway from that was I was unimpressed with my new Ash of War. But maybe that wasn't the best sample size. All right, we did it though. Where to? I actually don't think I've killed one of these successfully. We've only fought the one. Not a great start. Tell you what, Frost has a lot more of an impact on this guy. Disappointing. God damn it. Come on. Well, thank you. One of them finally did something. I was wondering why there were 3 wolves jumping around him and not doing a goddamn thing. Hi. Sophia's wanting attention, chat. And on the court, of course. Alright, got it. Oh, the old Mega Man games. Oh, I was just... Yes, it's been so long. I forgot that... Yeah, that's exactly how you progress them, right? You'd fight Metal Man and get Metal Power. You'd fight... classics. I'm making a mess. It's alright. Wasn't that bad. Now that I'm, like, noticing it, we're getting a lot more root resin. There's more over here, too. I was just overlooking it before, I guess. The bubble weapon use. Okay, good. Settle down. Sorry, she's not in frame, I'm sure, right now, because I think I'm on my tighter camera angles. But my cat is jumped up into my lap. Which is all well and good as long as we sit nice and still. You know, I kind of don't know that these skulls are worth. I was like hoping they had a chance for things that were, or for more than Rune 1s, but they only seem to give Rune 1. Which would be fine. Except for you always have to chase the goddamn things for like an hour. Obviously deliberately hyperbolic, but you know what I'm saying. Like, you have to just spend a lot of time chasing those things if you're on foot. It's actually easier on horse, because the horse breaks them when you step on them. You know? But you hit it with your sword and it goes flying away. You have to go chase it down. Ooh. I haven't actually tried a roll yet. Alright. I need to find one now. Like, I'd be happier to pick them up if it was a single button. But the problem is it's not a single button. It actually always ends up being a goddamn affair. Because for some reason, it seemed like a great idea to give those things physics. Exceptionally bouncy physics. I don't think I want to fight them. I wanted to see what was at the end of this ravine. I'm not sure I'm in for the clearing it. We've been here. I feel. Missed it. Have we been here? Because if not, that's a golden seed. Hell yeah, let's go. Oh, that's an enemy. I wanted to look at the map. Filled the room with what? Yeah. Yeah, actually, a good use case for dumping some of my like thousands of. Here, let's see how effective are these. How about you? I mean, 200 is not a bad damage number, to be clear. Just like, you can only carry 10 of them. Like, they do have a bit of health. This is what we came for. Nice. Just waiting to get another butterfly. Oh, yeah, it is weird that there are text boxes that change the behavior of their dismissal windows, right? I think that's even further to the confusion, like why there's a divergence. Some of them have the dismiss prompt and some don't. Well, you're right. I haven't actually. This game's the type of game that would be really big on like having the whole counter, elemental counter strategy. What would be the hard counter to poison? Fire. Can I make? I'm in combat apparently, so I can't make anything. How about now? Uses FP to release acid mist from the mouth. What? Blooms on Estrus Plateau. I don't. That's not what I was looking for, anyways. I just. Want to see what my fire projectiles looked like. Fire arrows, obviously. You see, it's like swish. Oh. That seems gross. I was curious to know is like if I could craft yet any of these. Yeah, I'm in the crafting menu again, damn it. Explosive stone. But these were just found, right? I have so few of them. Kinda want to see how much damage one does, though. Hey, you guys. Let's make sure. I don't know what the range is. Let's make sure we're close enough. Well, that was disappointing. I only found 3 of those. I'm sure it's like a density, right? Go to the right region. There's probably a dime a dozen. And it's a free projectile. Like, I shouldn't complain, but it's kind of disappointing. So we have, right now we have 8 and 2. 8 health charges, 2 FP charges as of that upgrade. Do you want 7 and 3? Or do you feel good about 8 and 2? I kind of feel like finding out 8 and 2. But like, I'm not stressed about it either way at this point, you know? So it's a bit of it. Like, I kind of would just defer to the health being the more abundant resource. Let's go up. Just because we don't do that much FP stuff right now, but every once in a while we did run out. We actually lost, realistically speaking, to empty FP during that boss encounter. And that wasn't the actual reason we lost, obviously, right? That's the reason that it doesn't feel... Huh. Little baby one. Little baby octopus. Is there an item over there, or is it just text? It's alright. It's totally probable that that's a troll. I was just looking to see if it's a breakable wall. It might actually be, though. I mean, I can obviously make that jump. I just don't think it's worth... I don't think there's anything there. I think, yeah, it might be flex text. This is more green than usual, right? Is it because there's supposed to be natural light coming in up there, I guess? The glintstone seems wrong, is what I'm saying. Fog! Any more? Maybe up. The lighting is weird. There's a light source here. Bothers me. Tilly joined the... That is my other cat. I have two. And they're both in the room. One's in my lap and one's over my shoulder. And the one in my lap got jealous and decided to leave. Bye. They don't actually get along very well, unfortunately. Which is sad, because I'd had Sophia for a very long time. Holy shit, I had not had that assassination animation before. That is fucking brutal. Awesome. It's functionally the same thing as just the other backstab, but like ramming it all the way through because he's short into the ground. Like, damn. Brutal. Had Sophia for a long time. And in part, we were concerned that she, like was lonely and bored, and hoping that she would take to the... We got a kitten, an actual kitten, Baby. God damn it. Mother... Because I kind of wanted to adopt her, right? Like to mother her, basically. But unfortunately, I don't... Okay, I haven't noticed what the visual thing is that's doing this. I'm going to look out for it now. Kind of figured I'd probably triggered all of them in the room and wasn't actually trying to be cautious, but my bad. Let's go ahead and use some light. Let us again get rid of the poison. Let's go ahead and temporarily put glowstones on this thing. Maybe the extra light will help. Those. Like, they're literally right there. There's at least 5 more in this room, actually. Jesus. Assholes are sadistic. Well, hey, we made good use of our glowstone for the first time ever. So that's nice. I don't see any over here. Let's just make it light. Bring on the light. I don't see anything. Gimme. Gimme. Anything back here? Stupid little caltrip things. They're small too, like they're not obvious. They're easy to see. Which I guess good on game devs for actually... Well, I guess they're not that hard either. They blend in a bit. Don't see more. But now I have to walk the rest of this mine at this pace. What was frustrating about that was I actually did try to lock on at the start. When he jumped up from behind the crate, I actually depressed the thumbstick. You might have seen the camera do a subtle shift, actually, as it centered behind me. He was definitely in my viewport. Like, he was visible to me personally. But didn't lock onto him. Because enough of his body was obstructed by the crate, the game determined he wasn't a visible... Like, I don't... That's the other the other part of the polish for the game that really does that. That's the other flaw. Ugly polish or crack in the armor, whatever you. I don't. I'm getting a little tired now, so my brain's not working as good. But you get what I'm saying. Like, I'm gonna praise the game. I'm gonna talk it up. I'm gonna call its flaws out too, and that's the other one that really pisses me off is the camera control. The fact that the text messages block my actions from the combat action specifically, and the camera control. Because it needs to be a lot more forgiving for the lock-on system. And also, I personally feel the default behavior should be that the lock-on switches targets. At least for me, the default behavior of the game was that it would remove the lock-on when you killed your target, which is actually very tedious and annoying, especially because of how fickle it is with locking on to the next person in sequence, you know? That it doesn't work well. Like, the default needs to be that it retains the lock-on until the player breaks it, I think, in my personal opinion, but that is more subjective. I don't think it's subjective. It needs to be more gracious to like locking on to people that are visible in screen, but not center screen. You know what I mean? Because it's actually very restrictive. The zone that it will let you lock on to, as it were. Oh, shit, there's something there for sure. How high are we going? Going high. Either way, that's the other thing. It's just like, I could really write out a long, detailed explanation of which ways I feel like it could use improvement. But they're like, it's a substantial number of them. But they're all small. Like, it's like a little tightening up of the... God, I hope there's going to be a way down after this. At least it was a 5. It was worth. There's a way down, right? Yeah, over here. Cool. That's what this person's writing's for. Hell yeah. Thank you, sir. I appreciate the assist. Anyways, so like that small frustration aside, like game great. But we do have to call out some of the flaws. And then the frustrating thing is like they feel so small. Like, why are they not fixed yet? Yes, by the way, I do have the DLC. I haven't yet explored, or to be honest, I'm not even fully sure what like the borders are between the DLC content and the base game just yet. Sorry, I know this is tilting for some of you. I'm wildly panning the camera looking for any additional items. I was not having a seizure though. Damn. Why didn't that stab him? Because he's like a heavy? Yeah, that's right. These guys are heavies, aren't they? Or whatever. You need a two-hand with them. Have this. Asshole. Alright, I'll be honest. I thought I killed him. I saw his health bar go by and I didn't realize I hadn't finished him. Wait, the blade bouncing off indicates that they're being healed? That doesn't seem... They definitely still take damage. Like, he just lost 99 health. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Hold on, let me kill this asshole first. Okay, there are two different statements. I was healing him. How did I heal him? Oh, was like, does the fire from one fire, the one with fire breathing, did it heal him? The other one? Or did I forget how long ago that message was sent? That's entirely possible. Undeal, unideal, unideal, ideal. Okay. Alright. How many more fucking caltrops are in this room? There's one there. Does poison, like, stack or anything? It doesn't, right? Like, after I'm fully poisoned, there's no penalty for poison, is there? In which case I just should trigger them all before curing. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. In fact, I don't know. Boluses are almost more constrained than... it could be it's a dungeon. I was debating whether I just wanted to heal through it. Yeah, I might still want to do. Right. Map's not going to help. Okay, we came from that way, I think. Check that room. Any traps? Any traps? Don't see any traps. I missed that asshole, actually. Those guys weren't visible. They were in the corners. But I didn't see the one that was, like, sleeping. Here. He doesn't seem... he seems pretty unbothered still. I should have two-handed. Damn it. Whatever. Explosive stone. Rune arc. Yes, that's better. I got... okay. The body gave me the stone. Makes sense. Is it just like... oh, this is somebody's attempt to point out that there's somebody standing in that corner. I appreciate that. But it's not even that pretty of a fern. Why did you guys plant it here? Oh. You're right. There are consumables that boost immunity. Although... okay, so what's the difference between it boosting immunity and... curing? Like, it... hold on. Let's read. That's stamina recovery. Temporarily boost immunity. Like, you stack... wait, hold on. Immunizing cured meat. Immunizing white cured meat. I see. Higher immunity helps to mitigate the buildup of various poisons and scarlet rots. Okay, so that's right. It slows the rate at which that bar fills, right? Or the bar gets physically bigger. Which is functionally the same thing. But... okay, how long do these last for? Let's just use one and find out, right? Do I not? Huh. So the constraint is still going to be the dragonfly head. Oh, I don't know. Those are that hard to get all in all. 60 seconds. Okay. But I guess if you can use it reactively, so in my headspace, right? I have that pen down as an, oh god damn it. As like a combat utility item, right? Because how often do you know when you're going to be walking through a poison-filled room? But you're right, like that's totally, especially because you probably can, expanding the bar as it's starting to fill would probably be useful still. I was actually distracted by the fact that I could cleanly see the scarab having fallen out of its shell after the final blow there, that I didn't notice that I was about to be blowed up. It's actually rare that you get like a chance to like see the scarab model so cleanly, I feel. Soft cotton. And lost race. Ruin strewn precipice. Dope. I love this place has just so much to explore, and like every single nook and cranny of it is just awe-inspiring. It's amazing. Like this is such a small view. This is what we're looking at, right, chat? Like this is what we're looking at. This little tiny map segment. Over there is this plateau. Over there and further in the distance is this castle. That's the map that we have revealed, though. And I'm pretty sure there's more of it. Freaking sick, right? I love the Sunness. Welcome. I'm sorry to inform you, you have unfortunate timing because I am actually about to wrap up stream. But good to see you. No stress. We'll probably be playing this on Friday too, so you can look forward to it then. Where we're at right now, we can give a recap before we call stream for the day. We started the day. We were finishing exploration of the exploration of the Liurnia region, but the Karya Manor, very creepy, very cool. Defeated the knight there, and afterwards we met Ronnie in her rise, where we accepted a quest, it seems. Cleared out the jail and just kind of did some exploration here. I wanted to see what was in this little ravine before we called it for the stream today. Plenty more of just Liurnia even still to explore. Like that's the gate we looked at. I want to go there tomorrow. Not tomorrow, Friday. So, that is where we're leaving off. I'll probably pick up with, when we start next stream, seeing what is all up there. And then afterwards, maybe doing some Volcano Manor explorations. We'll see. The fun thing about Elden Ring is I don't actually know ahead of time what I'm going to be doing. And that's like the great thing about this game is that, like I said, I don't want to be a broken record discovery. That's what this game brings you. But let's swap over. Yeah, sorry, I love the Sunness. Bad timing, that. But good news is there will always be another. And speaking of the next, that will be Friday. Later in the day from this one. So it's going to be probably closer to the 5 p.m. mark Pacific Daylight Time. You can do your local time zone conversion as needed for that. But probably be doing Elden Ring on that one. And then after that, we'll be back on Monday morning. Maybe find some time to work in something else this weekend, though. We'll see. Why are you being like this, Pretzel? Please just give me music. Just music. Thank you. Anyhow. Yeah. That's it. Thank you so much, guys. It's been a blast having all you here. Olo Intsafter, welcome. Good to meet you. Pleasure to have you. I love this, always. Again, good to have seen you. And anybody else that I missed. I know, Kira, you're gone, as well as the Fifth. Oh, and AJ dropped in for a bit. Good to see you guys. All right, taking off. Have a good one. Be sure to check out the YouTube channel. More shorts coming out all the time. I will get back to Elden Ring shorts soon. And by the way, good reminder, if you did miss the streams and you do want to see it, fortunately no live component to it, but the VODs will be always made available via both the Twitch and YouTube. So, have a good one. Thanks, guys. Take care.